All right, hello folks, welcome back. I'm Mr. NuclearMonster, or Jack is my real name. That's what my real name is. Uh, Today we're going to check out something called not Elden Ring, which is surprising for this time of night, where I'm usually doing Elden Ring at least to start. We're going to check out Bonesweeper. This is a it may or may not work. I have not attempted to launch it. This is a very early, not prototype, because there is a Bonesweeper prototype. Let me actually show that real quick. Bonesweeper. I'm gonna try this again. This is a Bonesweeper prototype. I don't know what emotion you're trying to express in the chat, Amino-kun. I apologize. We didn't get to do the game you're interested in. Maybe we could do that a different night. I've got a Discord too for that. I'm not sure how that would work too. Like, yeah, just thinking about that game, but that's a party game or something like that. So this is a different version of the game. What you're seeing on the screen right now. This is a prototype of Bonesweeper. This is from last year, where Cheese in the chat developed this game. And it's a kind of it's kind of a minesweeper. It's not a Bonesweeper. It's a minesweeper game for Windows, macOS, and Linux. It is similar to not Minecraft. It's similar to Mine. It's called Minesweeper. Yes, yes. I hope my brain is all messed up from the day I've had. Minesweeper. It's similar to Minesweeper, but you're looking for dinosaur fossils, and I'm just gonna be quiet and let Cheese like do some text to speech or something. There's an additional mode where once you get the fossils from the dig site, you're kind of mine sweeping, but you're bone sweeping, and then you build a dinosaur skeleton. Anyway, this was a prototype, and now there's a full game coming that is completely different, or not completely different from this, but is more fleshed out, more polished. What we're going to try today, and Amino-kun, I will add point redemption. I have a lot of ideas for that, but I do not yet have enough people watching my streams to get that functionality. So we need more people watching and chatting so I can get that functionality. Anyway, so what we're going to try today is a may not work at all, may work but have bugs. There's some testing notes here. I think Cheese wrote this like late last night at their time. I don't know, but the yeah, we'll see what works. We'll see what doesn't. It may just crash. My computer may explode. It may start mining cryptocurrency. I think that's very unlikely. Cheese was definitely asleep when they wrote this. There are two skeletons with two poses. I've watched Cheese developing this on Twitch streams. Highly recommend checking out their streams. Actually, I'm just knowing now that Notepad has been updated at some point for modern versions of Windows, which is pretty cool. I use a different program called Notepad++. My brain's going in a million different directions. Let me click on this, see what happens. And I should probably stop the music or the rain noise. I don't know. Is there any sound in this build of the game, Cheese? Let's see if there's probably no crypty, no mining, only digging. That's very good. Okay, so there's a little bit of sound at least. So yeah, this is a very early version. If you want to play a full version of this, I'd highly recommend checking out the prototype on itch. It's actually pretty playable. No music. That's fine. I at least want to present it with enough caveats that people can know what they're watching. I'm also noticing things breaking. I used to work in software quality assurance for video games. And so I'm going to try to turn off that part of my brain and just click the buttons. I'm sure Cheese knows most of these issues and doesn't need me to harp on them. So let's get started with this version of Bonesweeper that was available to Patreons patrons of Cheese. I mean, I see these buttons changing, and it is setting off my QA alarms a lot. I don't think that should look like that, but that may also just be a design decision. I don't know. Also, I clicked settings briefly, and then it changed or something. I don't know. It's stuck. Let's go ahead. I'm going to click new game. I'm gonna try not to cause bugs. No, I totally agree. Hover and focus should be presented differently, but like the way it is presented, I'm not a fan of. But that's okay. I'm sure it'll change at some point. Let's go through the new game. Type in Nuclear Monster. Actually, I'll type in Mr. Nuclear Monster for brand continuity reasons. Mr. Nuclear Monster. I'm gonna not adjust any of these things. And I'm just gonna click continue. And we're gonna start. Let's see, we've got Western Australia. Oh, I've instantly gotten here. Okay. Don't expect any of the UI team to last to release. Yeah. Yeah, totally. No worries. This game is very, very early in development. Hopefully people watching understand that games uh games have development processes. Let's see. So we're basically playing Minesweeper right now, but just digging for fossils. Got one fossil there. Let's click somewhere where there's probably no fossils. There's almost certainly a fossil here. I think that's green or yellow to mark that there's something there. And it's nice that there's no mines here, so you're not like blowing up theoretically while you're digging. Let's keep going. Here's a safe place to click. I don't see anything on the edge that looks particularly safe, though I suppose actually, if I recall correctly, it's been a few months since I played Bonesweeper, but if I recall correctly, these should be the way that these work in Minesweeper is that it'll be like a 1 if any of these squares, including diagonally from this square, have a mine, or in this case a fossil that you don't want to smush. So I'm going to click, and this says 2, so one of these 3 squares, or 2 of these 3 squares have mines or fossils, but only one connected here. So of all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, only one of those has a fossil in it, I think. And then that'll be the same for, or there'll be 3 off of this square. Hopefully everyone watching can see what I'm pointing to. There'll be 3 off of this square that have a fossil. Maybe everyone knows how to play Minesweeper. I'm the one who doesn't know how to play Minesweeper, or doesn't constantly remember. So I think one of these, or 2 of these should be safe. Actually, probably several of these are safe. Yeah, you're uncovering clues that lead to location of treasure, and dinosaurs are the most exciting treasure. Totally agreed. Let's see. Where do we want to go here? I'm gonna try here. Yes, that was a safe spot. And now we're getting more clues to lead to more treasure. So this is here that 2 of these blocks that are connected to this number are, and this one as well, are mines. That means that actually both of these are. And 3, so that means actually all 3 of those are. And 1, so this one is not. I think I did a good thing. So yeah, this is kind of the gameplay of Bonesweeper. I don't know what excavates the nearest fossil. What that button's supposed to do, big dig. I guess you can set different styles of digging. Yeah, I think all these are placeholders or temporary things, as it says down here. And let's go on to another spot. So here we've got another situation where we can see that the testodot. Here we can see another situation where there's one block that's connected to this 3. So there's 3 options here, one of which is going to have a fossil underneath, and we don't want to smash it. But you know what? It's actually kind of fine to smash because we're in just testing for fun. So if I accidentally hit a smash, that's okay. So that was safe though. Let's see. One is connected, so again, it'll be one of these, but also it's probably the same one that's touching here. It could be a different one though. This is a little Sudoku-ish if you're not familiar with Minesweeper, but you're familiar with Sudoku. The classic puzzle game. Let's see. Where should we click? So one of these two has a fossil under it. It's probably, well, no, because it's definitely this one. This one definitely has a fossil, which means this one definitely doesn't, I think. I could be wrong about that. Is this square is only connected to one undug square. This square, yeah, has to be one with a fossil. But if we go up here, there's, you know, what, 5 squares? Yeah, 5 squares around this number 1. So that means one of these squares has a fossil. But actually, since we know it's this one on the right, I think that means all these other squares are good to click. Yes, perfect. Well, that's fun. And oh, find fossils, an example of a limited use dig ability. That's cool. All right, so let's go on to this area. So we know that, for example, this says 2, and this is connected to 1, 2, 3, 4 squares immediately adjacent and diagonally. So 2 of these 4 squares have fossils in them. So if we click on, which one? Oh, which one's it gonna be? Let's think about this. This also says 1, and this is 3, actually. So we know that all 3 of these are fossils. And if this is 2, then we actually know that these 2 are the ones it's talking about, since those are definitely going to be mentioned by this number 2. So this is fine. This is fine. 2 of these this one's connected to 2 blocks that have fossils. So that means 2 of these 3 blocks, 2 of them have fossils. And these 2 both say 1. These 3 all say 1. And this is only connected to 1 square. So this has to have a fossil. So that's one of the 2 that has a fossil. I won't, there's probably another way to deduce. Yeah, this is connected to 2 squares only, and these 2 both have fossils. This number 2 is talking about these 2 squares. So those 2 definitely have fossils. Unless it can't also be talking about this square, right, Cheese? Did the number change after? No, it wouldn't be. Well, no, it could be. That does track. Because these all say like 3. This still says 3. Yeah, the numbers don't change after excavation. So these also count. So I actually don't know. Like this number 3, for example, here is definitely talking about this. So there's 2 here. Then you see this 2, and then that means one of these. So one of these 2 squares has a fossil underneath it, and that's okay. Let's get a smash if we can manage it. I think that was that a smash. I think that was a smash. I accidentally broke a fossil instead of just digging it up correctly. Yeah. So that means that this one is not a fossil. This is a 3. So that was one of the fossils, which means 2 of these are fossils. It'd be interesting if dig sites actually work this way for paleontology. Just like, I mean I know they work in like grids and stuff too, but almost certainly extremely different from this. I've never seen a real dig site. Let's see. Yeah, maybe most people know how. Yeah, probably a lot slower and gentle brushing and less smashing of precious fossils that are there are very few of. Um, yeah, this is the Bonesweeper Pro, or not prototype, but like extreme alpha, very early alpha. I'm not sure if people today even know what an alpha actually means. Very early pre-release version, pre-alpha. See, so if this square says 1, that means one of these two squares. Yes, I've also unlocked find fossils, so I can just try that. Though I don't know what nearest means, maybe to the character up here. Um, or maybe you click and then there we go. So now we found a fossil and we just have to dig 10 more times to get the next free found fossil. That must be the like ground scanning radar or something. Ground penetrating radar. Let's see, so we still are working over here. We still know that just one of these squares, one of these two squares has a fossil. And I was pretty sure it's this one, so I'm gonna possibly smash a fossil here. Nope, that was a good spot. This is definitely a fossil. But that also means that this is still the only one of the fossil of these three. So we can smash here and here. There we go. And that, like, these should both be clear. Yes. Ooh, now 3 are fossils. So that actually means I think these two are how do you clear out things that you know are fossils? It's interesting. I guess you have to get to the end of the game or something. And have marked all the spaces you think are fossils. All right, so let's go to here. One, okay, so this has to be a fossil because this is in a corner is only touching one block. And let's see, 2 are a fossil, so that means one of these 3 is a fossil. Here, 1 is a fossil, so that's one of these 2. Okay, so this one must be a fossil then, right? No? No, it could be this one. Yeah, pre-release versioning. Cheese in the chat says that pre-release versioning is so project slash workflow dependent that I'm not sure standardized production milestones make much sense. As far as I know, IBM originated the use of alpha and beta in software development. Didn't use them sequentially, so it was more like A/B testing. Wow, yeah, totally. It could have been like that. I have no idea what if there's any real standardization. Let's see. Let's see, so 1 here. Yeah, one of these 2 has a fossil under it. 2 here says that one of these 2 has a fossil under it. 2 here, or actually it says that 2 of these are fossils. So actually, I guess both of these are fossils, if I'm reading this right, which means that this and this aren't. That's good. I got those right. Those were not fossil smashes. I feel like you could easily put some element of capitalism into this and have you like have funding that you either achieve or lose as you start smashing fossils. And maybe like investor in your dig site that is getting happier or sadder. like the Doom guy. Oh, totally. It's so hard to manage expedition. I'm sorry, geez, I can come up with the worst game development ideas. I'm happy for the game as it is. I just think it's funny to come up with ideas. Uh, we like to laugh around here. Let's see. So 3 connected to here are fossils. So that means that let's see. Actually, does the yeah, okay, good. I'll put pre-release into the title of this video. Perfect. So people understand that the game's in development, even despite the large warning on the screen, which I'm partially covering up. Even like hold up a thing to cover it up. Here we go. We're here. There we go. Oh, totally. No, I totally agree with you that the commoditization of them is totally messed up. And like, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff around museums and yeah. Let's see. So there's 3 fossils connected to this dot, this block. Yes. Hmm. I like that the character is like actually standing there and doing stuff to kind of cement the idea of like you are there doing the dig and you get to see your character. Let's see, 3 are connected here. So it's, if we think these two are fossils, that means that one of these 2 is a fossil. I'm gonna click here. That was a good spot. So I think these 2 are fossils, but oh wow. Okay, so actually one of these is not. No, it has to be. It's interesting. Yeah, I honestly have no idea about what the situation is with paleontology. Obviously, my political interests have been mostly in labor organizing and other issues. Let's see. Where should I click? I'm not sure where it goes. So this 3 indicates that this is definitely a fossil, which we already found. But then it also indicates that one of these or 2 of these 3 spots are fossils. This is 2 though, and these 2 are connected. But this says 1. Oh, okay. No, these are clear. This is clear. This is clear. These are all cleared out, which is nice. Okay, I was getting confused there for a second, but I got it. So again, we know that 2. Ooh, this is interesting. So we know that to this one, there's 3 connected. So we got this diagonally connected to this spot. Thank you. And then what about these? So these 3 are the other spots. So 2 of these are fossils. And this 2 says that 2 connected to it are fossils. So that's one of them. But then there's going to be another 1 on one of these 2 spots. This 2 says that 2 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots are fossils. And this 1 says that one of these 2 spots is a fossil. I haven't eliminated very much. Maybe I can come at this from a different direction. Let's look over here. These 1s all indicate that, well, this one indicates that this is definitely a fossil. This one is talking about this, so this is not a fossil. This 2 is talking about this spot, so that's one of the fossils, but then there's another spot that's a fossil. This 1 is talking about any of these 3 spots. This 2 is talking about any of these spots. This 1 is talking about any of these 3 spots. This 2 is talking about any of these 3 spots. This 1 is talking about any of these 2 spots. Not a lot unlocked. I'm going to click to find a fossil. That'll help. And I'm going to click here. Okay. So now we know that that's a fossil. Um, hmm. Fortunately, that did not clear out a lot. Well, you know what? Actually, we do know something. So this 2, because of this 2 and these 2 that I've previously said are fossils. Yeah, this is not a fossil. Sweet. Okay, that also means that, so this is a fossil, this is a fossil, and this is a 3. So that means that this is a fossil. Pretty sure, because these 2 are touching this 3 diagonally. So those are 2, and this is 1, so that's 3 fossils. Hmm. Oh, that's a good hint. Thank you, Cheese. Cheese in the chat says that one nice thing about the find fossil ability is that it tries the tile under the cursor first, and if it picks a different tile, you know the one under the cursor is safe. That is cool. Let's see. Where do we want to go next? Well, this 4 is very interesting. That indicates that 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles here, and of those 6, 4 of them are fossils. I've got 2 marked off here already. 2 more of these spaces are fossils. With this 2, we know that one of these, we already got one of those, but one other spot here is a fossil. And this one says that one of the spots is a fossil. So it has to be this one or this one as a fossil. Definitely not this. This is 3, so that indicates that one of these 5 spots is a fossil, or actually 6 spots is a fossil. We already know about that. And then 2 more. Not sure where. Let's go back to the 4. Actually, this is 2. Actually, this is not a fossil. We know that. Because this 2 is here, and that said that 2 of these are fossils. I knew about this one, and I knew about this one. So those 2 are not fossils. Eventually, the abilities will be a little more involved and be about exposing clues in ways that might not be doable via normal digging. That's really awesome. Any degree to add like more abilities to quickly speed through these levels, I think will be really cool. Just in a sort of Pac-Man Championship Edition kind of way, if you've seen that, or other games that kind of take older, more simple games and kind of add layers on top of it. I think that's really awesome. Though I assume this will never be a speedy like rave like Pac-Man Championship Edition, which is an awesome game too. Let's see. So if we know that this is a fossil, and only one of these is a fossil, shoot. That means this is a fossil, and this is not. Okay. You know that 3 are a fossil, so one of these 2 is a fossil. Totally. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense, Cheese. Going back to here, we see that there's one of these 2 spots is still a fossil. I'm not sure which. You kind of get some hints from the 2 and 3 here, though. Actually, the 4. Not sure. Not sure where to go next. Let's look at a different area. I've been kind of all over this area for a while. Let's look over here on the right. See if we can keep clicking out of here. So one spot is a fossil of these 2. 2 spots are a fossil of these 3. One spot is a fossil of these 3. 2 of these connected, 4, actually, of these 5 spots is a fossil from this number 2. And we've only got one of them. This 1 is very helpful, actually, because it means that if this is a fossil right here, that means that this is not. And then this 2, oh, this 1 is actually really helpful, because that means that we've already got that, which means that this is not a fossil, 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 and this is not a fossil. Okay, and this is a fossil. Let's see, where can we go? I can't believe it. I'm actually starting to enjoy Minesweeper or Bonesweeper. I've never enjoyed, uh, I've never really enjoyed Minesweeper, the classic like Windows version. But this is more fun. Um, let's see. Where do we go next? And yeah, feel free to throw out a hint. And I've got to find fossil too, so we're gonna get that. I know this is a fossil. I kind of want to leave some to the end of the game as much as I can. Though I guess they'll get cleared out too. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. I don't even need to find fossil right now because can I de-click the find fossil? Oh boy, I think I've kind of got activated, so I'm gonna have to use it. I'll click over here. There we go. Oh, the top rightmost one? Oh yeah, totally. No, you're 100% right, Cheese. Um, yes. So actually this has to be clear. The top rightmost space, that was a good hint, Cheese. That had to be clear because of the 3 here meant that since we knew that this was a fossil, this was a fossil, and this was a crunched fossil, unfortunately, it'd be good to have an icon there to indicate, or maybe there is an indication already that there was a crunched spot, I think. You can click on dig to go back to normal. Nice. Oh, I didn't even notice this 9. Okay, now I get it. All right, let's keep going though. Um, hopefully I explained all that about what's up here. That's cool to hear. Let's see. I can change my colors here, I was told, so let's do that. I guess edit profile. Oh, marker 1. This is the marker down here. Flag, marker 1. Oh, and then I guess I can change the color. Perfect. Oh, royal blue. Perfect. Excellent. Resume. Much better. A color I can identify. Let's go back over here. So we had some hints. We see this 1 and we know that this is a fossil. So that means that this is not a fossil, this is not a fossil, this is not a fossil, and it cleared all these out. Maybe those raised dug tiles that doesn't have a fossil in it is smashed. Yes. And then she says that they don't know why the viewport in your avatar is so narrow there. It looks like it's oh, I see. It's getting kind of cut off. Huh. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I'm in like I think my Windows is in like a high DPI mode or something. Size is the window. So I'm at 1440p. But the stream is 1024 by 768, and that's on a different computer. So there's a bunch of interesting stuff going on here. I would guess it's the high DPI thing that I'm doing in Windows. I'd have to double check to make sure it's actually enabled. Or to what degree. I'm not very familiar with how that stuff works. Yeah. Anyway, we can go back over here. These ones are very helpful. Especially this, because this one in particular is super helpful because we know that this is a fossil, which means that of these, all these ones around it are not fossils. So this is not a fossil. This block here is safe to smash. Nothing there. Let's see, where else can we go here? So we've got a really wide array here of spaces where there's only one fossil. And that's interesting. But with all these ones, we know that this is a fossil. But that means that these three... That's interesting. So we know that I think this is not a fossil. Right. But there's 2 fossils connected here. And this only sees... Well, this only sees 1 fossil, which is this one. So this is not a fossil. And this is also not a fossil. Perfect. We cleared a bunch out. We're almost done with this level. I'm having fun. This is good thinking time. Let's go get another fossil. So we know this is a fossil. So this space cannot be a fossil because this 1 is only a 1, which is hitting this spot. So this is not a fossil. This 2 indicates that 2 of these spots are fossils. This 1 indicates only one of these spots is a fossil. This 3 is talking about this spot, and 2 more of these 4. Yes. I guess I should be pretty happy with myself for doing this well. Let's see where I should go next. Well, this 1 here is seeing a fossil, and so are this 1 and these 2. This 1 is only connected to this spot, so that has to be a fossil. This 1 only sees this, so it can't be this spot. That's clear. This 2 already sees this, so none of these are fossils. Yeah, Minesweeper is definitely not my usual fit. Let's see. 3, so we're talking about this is a fossil. This is fossil. And you know I've unlocked find fossil. Let's do that real quick just for funsies. Okay, perfect. So that means this is not a fossil, and this is not a fossil. 1 here, this is not a fossil. 2 here. This is not a fossil though, because this 1, so this 2 indicates 2 are next to it, but this is not this spot is not a fossil because this 1 is already seeing this. And over here on the right is our last little spot. I wish I could zoom in. That'd be really fun for streaming at least. Yes, Cheese makes a really good point in the chat that he said that I think you end up having a different relationship with difficulty and mistakes compared to a traditional Minesweeper. Yeah, no, that's totally true. You can zoom in. Control middle click. Oh, good, good, good. Control middle click. Nope. Control middle click and drag. Oh, I see. Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, perfect. Just can't. Oh, there we go. Control to drag. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's very helpful for both my old eyes and streaming. So we're exclusively in this zone now, and we get to see some more, and we get to see a lot more detail on these fossil models, pre-release as they are, placeholder as they are, or finished of the Testodon, which is really cool. Oh, shift, middle click, and drag, adjust tilt as well. If you want a different angle. Oh, shift. Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice. This is cool. This is very cool. I love the is it striation? Is that what it's called? Of the this texture on the dirt. It's really cool. All these fossil models are the Kunbur skull from the prototype. Striation, yes. Cool. I know a word. All right, let's get some clicks on. I get a sound from clicking on a spot that's already cleared out. I like the pointing that the character is doing. Be interesting to have their gaze and such follow the cursor as if it were like X eyes, the famous desk toy from Unix operating systems running X11. Eventually your character will walk around. Awesome. Oh wow, okay. So Actually, though, this is kind of not a great angle because now I can't see the numbers at the top, which you kind of need. But I do, getting zoomed in at all is really good. I can't WASD. Oh, I can WASD. Oh my gosh. I can also, oh, okay. The arrow keys, though, go to that, but that's fine. Keyboard control is good. Yes. Nice look up, but awkward to play. I wonder if you could like project. It's probably too much to do because it's silliness, but if you could project the numbers up so you could see them. Um, let's clear this out. So we got this one. We know that this one is it, but that means that this is not. And we've got 2 here and a 1 and a 2. So that means this is also a fossil. But only these 2 are not. Wait. Yeah, these 2 are not. And we've got one more click to make, I think. One of these is a fossil, or one of these 6 squares is a fossil according to this one. So this is not. Oh wait, no, this is a fossil. This is 3, so this is not a fossil. And that should win the game, I think. Yeah, all right. We did it. I wish I could zoom out and scroll around while I've finished the level, but that's okay. I'm curious about this dev progress button. Oh yes, that is super cool. There's like an in-game thing to show you where things are at in terms of development. I have options for seeing numbers through tiles in this prototype, but I didn't like the implementation. Haven't done something new for this full version yet. Ah, that makes sense. And I'm very curious to see if there's any kind of animation to celebrate the success of ending a level. That's one of the classic faves from, Solitaire and all those other games. This is cool. So this is if you're a patron of Cheese in the chat, you can see you can download this build. Very keen to add a dancing animation. Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Music is not done at all. Not present 100%. That is good. Yeah, this is good. I very much like this. So this is the prototype, or not a prototype. This is a crying animation where you smash all the fossils. That'd be awesome. Wow. Wow. So then how do you exit out of the dev progress thing? Is there an X button that's cut off here by the error of the widescreenness? Escape worked. Perfect. Okay. Instructions, testing notes. Oh, perfect. That's fine. No worries, geez. This is very, very much in development. I hope the chat is readable. I probably need to make the chat bigger somehow on the screen. But the yeah, Cheese in the chat said the escape. I haven't added a back button yet. Is there anything else I want to test here or look at? Excuse me. Oh, you can generate random names. Oh, I love that. Tridon, Tridoon, Marty, Jerry, Delilah, Gertie. Gertie's a great name. Fiona, awesome name. Helen, also awesome. Big Brontosaurus. Big Brontosaurus fan 7. That's amazing. That's really good. It's the new. I like Brontosaurus and I can't. Henry, Barry, Manny, Lem, Biogini, Cadence. Oh, that's funny too. Connie, Deinonchucks, Dan, Mary, Conrad. These are all such great names. Mr. Squishy. Every 3 times you click random, it's a chance to give you a silly name. Oh, that's so cool. Pip, very good. Matthew, Whiteysaurus, Tradoon, Laura, Big Brontosaurus fan 7, very good. Oh yeah, yeah. I think we talked about Mr. Squishy last time. You popped in the chat too. Very good cat. Hair missing, shirt missing. So you can change some of the options here for your color, your marker or flag. Very good. You can change your skin test color. Your skin color for will be finally, but you only got two options right now. These are uhs. Big Brontosaurus fan 7 is definitely my name for this game. For my character in this game. And if I hit leave, I guess. Oh, we can go to the museum, the temp museum. Will this work? Tradoon is mispronunciation of Trudoon. Nice. Okay. This is extremely, extremely empty. Oh, I got to build a skeleton first. Okay. Is this the skeletal build? Oh, this is skeleton building? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know anything about what is going on. Oh, this is a tail. Get in there, tail. No, it's broken. It's broken forever. Trudon. This is like an arm? Where's this go? Oh no. Escape to pause. You can go to puzzle mode if you want something slower pace. Okay. Is puzzle mode just the Minesweeper mode? Settings, gameplay, puzzle mode. Okay. Whoa. This is a smaller puzzle. Settings, gameplay. Oh, cool. The dig markers prevents markers from being used during the dig phase. Oh, so you can make it harder. Immediately ends when a fossil is smashed. Oh, you can make it kind of an Iron Man or a rogue-like sort of. Ah, it's a special mode. Okay, we'll try that. Assembly puzzle mode. This switches, according to the tooltip, it switches between the assembly phase's default action mode and more forgiving puzzle mode. That is what I need. I find the regular mode to be quite a bit challenging. All right, so now I guess I can just place as I like. Maybe I don't have the right pieces to build this full dinosaur, and that's why it's only showing me a cutout of the rear end and the rear legs of this critter. Yeah, I'm still limited to placing legs first. Okay. Kind of can't tell what's what from because the number up is obscuring the icon or is it obscuring the thing. At other resolutions, these icons are a bit bigger, more readable. Ah. Okay. One of these has to be parts of a leg, right? This is definitely it. There we go. I like my character T-posing there behind the skeleton. Is there much else I can place? Oh wait, is this the right? Ooh. Oh, okay, I've placed two different parts. I've got a front part I need to place. That's this. Ooh, cool. I think we're making, oh wait, is that the wrong part? Oh no, that's just the other side. Okay. All right, so we're missing the tail. Excuse me. That's cool. Yeah, once you build these things, they'll show up in the museum. But did I build? I don't think I built enough to get it into the museum. Yeah, we smashed our tail. I don't think I built enough to get into the temporary museum, which is just this kind of test area. They have to be finished. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And does it indicate at all if you have enough pieces to finish it? I'm going to guess I don't from whatever this other thing is. Here's our globe, under which Australia is victorious and has destroyed all other nations and continents. But this is a temporary placeholder, of course. There's a timeline here. They're filled in if you have them. Okay, that makes sense. '66 MYA. What is that? That million years ago? That must be what that is. Oh, I see now. It's adjusting the shape of the continent to match more of the Australian continent to match more of what it was 66 billion years ago. That's awesome. You can kind of pan between it. Speaking of panning, is that going to have like a Pangea type of thing at the end? I don't remember what the I don't know what the current ideas are of what the what the continents looked like 66 million years ago. The only thing I know of it is I guess that was even probably I don't know end of the Cretaceous period. Okay, and she says eventually it cover the entire Mesozoic era. That's cool. Queensland, Australia, nice. Pangea began to break apart about 200 million years ago. Okay, that makes sense. I can't wait to see what this looks like once it gets more, once it gets further development as development continues. And if you're interested in watching more of the development too, there's also Cheese's streams, as I mentioned earlier. Cheese streams on Twitch. Their work on this game, and I think pretty much all their games. This is so cool. It's a little bit like a buffalo to me when you get that tail piece so we can see her tested out in the museum. How do I know if I'm going to get the tail piece though? Or do you not know until you start digging? Oh, this is it. This will give it to me, right? Okay, so we'll do this dig. Oh, only one of these? Okay. So of these three, one of these is actually of these two, we know that one of these is a spot. Um hmm. Either this is a spot. This we've got three spots that could be it. This we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one of these three, and then one of these two. What overlaps? What spot overlaps with all these other ones? In such a way that these numbers make sense. So this is, I think these ends are kind of telling because they're saying that one of the two next to them has to have a fossil. But then it also has to work for this and these. Yeah. Well, I can click here and I smashed, which eliminated a number of other options. But that also means that for this one, this is not a spot. And hopefully I didn't destroy the tail piece. If I did, that'd be hilarious. Let's see. We can go over here. Um, hmm. That's one way to do it. This three, one of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a spot. And for this one, only one of these three is a spot, which is interesting. Oh, actually, though, it doesn't mean anything about this. Huh, let me grab a drink here so I can keep thinking. The ones we don't have are just silhouettes. Okay. Looks like this silhouette is the one I need to fill in. Um, hmm. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep digging. Ah, okay. Cheese in the chat says the picture of the skeleton up here in the top right is meant to show a silhouette of the tail too, but clearly that's not behaving. Yes. Where should we go next? Well, of these, this three here is indicating that I guess of these three, they're all spots. But what about this? Does this mean? Yes, it could really. Mm, I'm confused now because I'm not sure. Because like if I should probably just go with what I know. So I think that these three could all be spots. Maybe I'm making a wrong deduction here. This two is indicating that of these four, all two of them are bones. Two of the spots are fossils. And we know one is. Oh, did I switch to fossils? I'm not sure. I probably did switch when I was showing off this screen earlier. Um, wait, what did it say? Yeah, it shows flags. Is there a confirmation when I click leave? I don't want to click it now, but I hope there is. Let's see. Three of these are, so we got those already, and only, no confirmations yet. Okay. Oh, nice. And only one of these is a fossil. Well, I'm just gonna click here. Yes, good. That was a safe spot to click. But that means that this was not a fossil. And one of these two spots is still. For this three, one of these 5 spots is. For this one of these 2 spots is. Well, if these ones all see a fossil, that means this has to be a fossil. And this one only sees one, so this is not a fossil. And 2 of these are. So this is one of them, and then one of these 2 spots is a fossil. It's less likely to be this one, though. Nope. I smashed something. Okay. But that means that this isn't. Let's see. It'd probably be too much then. Yeah. Oops. Oops, I destroyed some irreplaceable piece of history. Let's see, what's next? At least that dinosaur is already dead, yeah. I can't hurt it anymore. Just the like the trauma to the paleontologist that I'd be working with. And the historians and everyone. Well, this one only sees one. If this is a fossil, that means this is not a fossil. Oh, this sees 4. Wow. So of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots, 4 of them are fossils, which means that there's a lot of fossils around here. 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, which is kind of interesting, just from a silliness standpoint for the count find count. One here of these two is a fossil. Two of these three are a fossil. Um, hmm. Oh, this is difficulty hard. Okay. Let's see. I love to count. Let's see. One, three. One of these two is a fossil. Two of these three is a fossil. Four of these. Two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a fossil. Well, if three of these are a fossil, this is connected to three spots. Actually, it's connected to four spots. Shoot. So two of these are a fossil. You know, I'm going to click over here. And I smashed something. Sweet. Okay. That was bad. More error plays, all the history gone. Let's see. Where can I go next? Let's see. I don't know, gee. Hmm. I love that there's a big dig too, so you can just really wipe out entire sections of history. Oh, I crashed the game. Yeah, I crashed that game. I clicked big dig and the game crashed. Is there a crash log somewhere? And I probably lost all my progress. Probably be in like application data or something if there's going to be some kind of core dump, if there's anything at all. That's really impressive that I managed to do that. I'm happy. I'm very happy as a quality assurance tester. It makes my bones very happy to have crashed the game. Oops. Uh, there's log, but I don't know if I'll output anything. It'll be an app data somewhere. Oh, there's an open user data folder in the settings menu. Okay, let's do that. It makes the game's bones sad. Logs. Okay, so this was 1:11 or something in the AM. So it's probably this log. Scroll to the end. Oh, you got a reproduction of it? Okay, perfect. So you already know the crash. And we probably don't need to dig deep, as it were, into the fossilized history of this program's run core dump. Hand timer is already rotating something. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Very good log messages here. I think actually this may be the log for the, no, not the current run. Let's see. I wonder how often these logs are rotated. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the game attempting to phone home or something. Or to open a URL when you click on something. But this is an error. But when you do a big dig, sometimes the fossil is smash isn't the selected title. Oh. That was probably, is this the crash? In error. Date modified. Doesn't fit though, because it's not it's not 12:13 a.m. anymore. There's a dated 2021. Oh yeah. These are dated. These top ones are dated 21. What? What? Oh, I guess this would write to the same folder as the old um the Bonesweeper prototype from last year. Okay. Probably is let's see. Well, it's gotta be this one then. But I don't see a crash in here. Maybe it just didn't log it. Ah. Or maybe it's in here. I'm just not recognizing any crash because it's in a different format. Okay, that's fine. At least you know how to reproduce it. That's cool. If I hit continue, I hope this doesn't try to load data from the previous version of Bonesweeper, because that would almost certainly do bad stuff from the prototype. Okay, we're still missing tailpiece. Let's go to, I almost feel like on this pause menu, resume and leave should be separate. Like, I don't know. Maybe it is best the way it is. I guess I keep going into these menus, and when I go like pause and then settings, and then I change something and hit back or whatever, I keep feeling like I hit leave, but I guess that'll be solved too by the I'm sure there's much smarter people than I am. Who have looked into this a lot and figured out what the best. Yeah. It must be painful to watch someone play. Like I know how I am too when I see someone like do something with a game I've worked on or a project I've worked on. And I'm like, oh, there's a million things I want to change. But especially in this very early state, I'm sure too with Bonesweeper. This is like the worst kind of testing. Yes, contextualization would be cool too. Yeah. Just something to differentiate it from the others. I don't know what the current hotness is in UI UX to make things clear what they're going to do. And when they're a potentially destructive action like leaving the current place. Yeah, we didn't get the tailpiece. So I'll click in here and see if we'll get the tailpiece. Oh, we will if we keep working on this. Okay. Okay, so one of these two is a fossil. We're on hard mode again. One of these three is a fossil. One of these three is a fossil. One of these three is a fossil. One of these two is a fossil. There's a logic to this that I should be reading that I'm definitely not getting. Oh, it should be the same dig? Interesting. My memory's terrible, especially at 1:18 a.m. white time after the day it's been and the beer I had earlier. Let's see. There's definitely some kind of logic I should be getting here of like these three ones lined up in a row with these spaces covered by all of those ones in different manners. But if I click one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces and find a fossil, that means that all of the rest of them are clear. Oh yeah, Cheese in chat says when you've got a row of ones like that, if you can say two of these have to be but not both, and you can say the next one along is safe. Oh, interesting. So like these two, for example. These three have to be one. Some piece I'm just not doing right in my mind. I'm gonna click here. Yeah. Okay. So this, because of that, that means that this one was for that. So this is safe. All those were safe, and that's why I cleared them out. This is definitely a fossil, I think. So So this 2 is indicating that of these 1, 2, 3, excuse me, there's a fly in my face. Uh, of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots, 2 of them are fossils, and we know that this one is. So that means that one more of these is a fossil, and this one indicates that it sees one. So it has to be one of these. No, it doesn't have to be one of these 3, because the one could be indicating about something that it sees elsewhere that this 2 does not connect to. Interesting. I'm going to click here. Yes, that was a safe spot. Okay, great. Risky clicks. I think if this is still the tailpiece in the up here, then this maybe we have some of the pieces already, or we have the piece already. Well, these one all saw this. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna click there. Risky clicks. That was safe. That means this is safe. And so is this? Yes. Okay. That was safe too. I feel like this is, I feel like this has to be a fossil, because these 3 all see one and this is a space, but that's a fossil. And that's the only one that this one sees. That means this isn't a fossil, and this isn't a fossil. And this isn't a fossil. And this is a fossil, but this isn't. Or, no, that has to, no, I'm not sure. I'm gonna click here. That was not a fossil. Perfect. Okay. So back to, this one is very helpful, because if this is a fossil, that means that this is not a fossil, this is not a fossil, this is not a fossil, and this is not a fossil. Oh, the tail's on the skeleton now. Perfect. Oh yeah, and we got the shadow too, the silhouette. This has to be a fossil, right? And these are the only 2 that sees, which that means that this is not a fossil. Perfect. Halfway cleared out now. Well, I guess I can kind of just risky click through the rest of this to clear it out. So we're gonna, oh, I don't want a big dig then and accidentally cause it crash. Let's see. And big dig is a 9 tile square dig. Unfortunately, the chunk icons are showing on the wrong pose, so we can't see whether or not you found a tile. Oh, interesting. How big dig? Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's go back to this. Oh, tail. Okay. We can't see whether or not you found a tail. Okay. I think that was in this space, though. I don't know. Let's keep clicking. I click there. And, that was not particularly helpful. Oh, I do have a fine fossil. I'll do that. Okay. Jeez. You really brought that one on yourself when you say big dig energy. Anyway, because of this one being next to this, that means this is not a fossil. And this is not a fossil. That's really funny. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Why not? Um, hmm, where should we go next? This C is 2, but that means that one of these two is a fossil. This C is 2, so one of these 3 is a fossil. Oh my gosh. Um, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these, or 3 of these 5 are a fossil. 2 of these. Oh, how interesting. I think both these are fossils. Because, yeah, those are both fossils. That means that one more is a fossil down here, but that means I've got a 1 in 3 chance of not clicking on a fossil. Interesting. Yes, yes. This is a fossil. But that also means that none of these are, because the one was there and I only saw this one. Um, oh, these are also not fossils. Let's see, what else do we got here? 2 and 1. This one says that one of these two is a fossil. I don't know which one. This 3. Actually, all 3 of these have to be fossils. This cannot be a fossil then. 2 are a fossil here, so well, we know 1. So yeah, all these are fossils. Let's look up here actually. So this 3 says that it sees 3 fossils, but that's really just a 2 because of this one fossil that we already know about. So 2 of these 3 are fossils. This 2 sees 2 fossils, but that's one of those is one of them. So one of these 3 is a fossil, and it has to be this one and not this one. Yeah, I think that's how that worked, and it worked. It did work out in my favor, though maybe my logic was not necessarily sound. That means that this is not a fossil and this is not a fossil. Excuse me. Let's see. Where to next? One, 2. This 2 sees 2, but that means that only this one and one other of all these squares is a fossil. And this, well, if this 3 sees 3, that means this is a fossil and none of these actually are. Or no, that can't be. Oh, interesting. So something must be flawed with my, okay, no, I was wrong. I forgot about this fossil up here. So this 3 does not necessarily see that. This is not a fossil, actually. Great. This is not a fossil. Wow, 5, 3, 4, then a 5th. One of these 2 is a fossil. It can't be this one. Yeah, that 5 is really helpful, actually. So this is probably a fossil. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is not a fossil. We got another 5. 1, 2. Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's another fossil down here somewhere. And we know this is a fossil from this 2. So I think 3, 4. So I think this is a fossil. And this isn't. Yeah. Oh, a 6. Wow. Yeah. Find fossil at place it so it doesn't go over one of my already flagged tiles. There we go. Wow. Okay. So with the 6, we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all fossils. 3, 1, 2, 3. All these are fossils. This is not a fossil. And that's the end of the level. And we can leave the level and we can go to the building mode or the puzzle mode and add our tail. Sweet. And leave and go to museum. And there's our fossil at the museum, of which I'm currently standing inside of. Oh, I can turn the camera and walk out of the fossil. Hello. Hello, Mr. Testodon. Or Mrs. Testodon, as the case may be. Very happy to see you in your very early pre-release format. This about to make a Scott Morrison joke, but I don't live in Australia and I don't really know Scott Morrison, so I shouldn't have did. I do, however, usually do the ABC Australia weekly news puzzle. Yeah, he is not a nice person. So I guess I will say, uh, yeah, no, I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm just hitting the R keys and the WASD as well at the same time to kind of get a different view of this place. This is cool though. I really like the museum aspect. I like layering functionality um on top of Minesweeper, but making it less punishing to play. Like you're not having a boom sound. Space automatically expands to fill skeletons you've made. That's awesome. I've seen eventually you'll place stuff in the museum yourself, but this will do for now. Cool. Like a little bit more serious or version of like a your Sims or theme house will be neat. Return to debug mode, you can walk around the museum mock-up that gives a better idea of what it'll be like. Oh, cool. Turn on debug mode. Maybe settings, gameplay. System, it's probably in, there we go. Back, museum. Oh, okay. Back in the main menu, dev stuff. So I probably have to hit leave. Dev stuff. Museum test. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is what I've been seeing screenshots of. This is so cool. I don't know if you've seen it all, but the game Animal Crossing is really popular and has a museum of sorts. And actually, I think it does a pretty incredible job of showing what a museum, a great way to show a museum in a game. But this is a different, more serious, yeah, more serious look at a museum. It's cool. Um, anyway, yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for showing us this cheese. All these skeletons are from the prototype. Oh, cool. These look like pretty detailed skeletons, actually. They look a little bit more complete than we've got in this pre-release version of the more polished full game, or what will be the more polished full game. I'll walk back here. Thank you so much, Cheese, for showing this off to us and letting me take a look at this and sharing it with your Patreon, our Patreon patrons. my QA brain often likes to test things, so I have to apologize. I'm walking back here to see if things break, but it looks like it's actually not going to break, which is cool. But yeah, these skeletons are neat. I like seeing the different skeletons of these animals and the or assembled fossils. Uh, it's really difficult to turn off the QA brain. Uh, yeah, and it's neat to know like what this will a little bit more of what this will look like when it's further along later this year. It's really cool, and I think all this was made in the Godot or Godot engine, depending on how you pronounce it. And Blender. Main content in this build, there's a Motiburosaurus, an iguanodontid, and a Diamatinosaurus, a titanosaur skeleton. I do not know any of those. I do not know any of those critter names. I'd call this like a pterodactyl type of thing on the right here. Oh, they're both Aussie critters. Like this kind of triceratops looking thing, and this what I used to call a brontosaurus, but I think that turned out to be the wrong name. These are very cool critters though. I guess this is also kind of a pterodactyl type of thing up on the top. Oh, totally. Yeah, no, this is neat. Thank you to Cheese for letting us take a look at this pre-release version of this. I'd recommend, if you're interested in seeing more of this, I'd recommend actually checking out if you want a more complete game, checking out there's landed Pteranodon on the right, off to the right as well. That'd be this thing, I assume. Yeah, I'd recommend checking out the itch.io prototype. I'll link to both those in the description of this video once on YouTube. And if you want to take a look at the exact version that I just played, which is different than the prototype, this is like a pre-released alpha version of the new game that's being made. You can take a look. You can take a look at that by becoming a patron of Cheese, and I'll paste a link to that in the description of the video too when it's up on YouTube. The idea that you'll be able to interact with stuff with displays to read information about discoveries and research and stuff. That is cool. Do you know if you'll be doing like Creative Commons text like from Wikipedia or from another source like that, or will you be doing your own kind of research to find current information and repackaging it? You'll probably write everything yourself. Okay, that's cool. That makes a lot of sense and avoids all kinds of issues. This is really neat. I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see where it goes. And it's really neat that it's being developed essentially by one person with oh cool. Yeah. That will probably be a lot of work to come up with all the writing for this. So maybe it'll be kept short or something. I don't know. I know how much you care about this topic though. And it's clear how much from what you're trying to do here too. I think from what I've read and heard you say about paleontology and what it means to you. So that'll be cool to see how this continues and grows. I think I'm gonna be calling it a night down now though, because it's 1:40 here in the AM almost, and yeah, I had fun doing some Minesweeper-esque gameplay for one of the maybe first or second times. So it was cool checking this out, doing a little deductive gameplay. So thank you again, and have a good night. Bye bye.